Magandang gabi po. Ako po muli si Professor Rodolfo Aquino ng Polytechnic University of Manila. So, ginawa ko po itong video na to at kamakailan po ay nag-attend po yung mga estudyante natin. Global Business Forum. So, fun po. Kinamahan po yung aming klase. So, para hindi po kami ma-delay sa lesson, nabuti ko po na i-record po itong session na to para mapanood ng mga estudyante para kami po ay patuloy sa aming mga lessons sa aming class tungkol po sa business research. So ito po ay aking i-upload sa YouTube channel ko para mapanood po lahat ng mga estudyante kahit saan man sila naroon. So simulan na po natin. Mag-share lang po ako ng aking slides po. Wait lang po ha. Hindi ko pala nakashare. I-open po muna natin. Ayan. So mag-share na po ako. So nakikita niyo po ba ang aking screen? So our topic will be, we are on our syllabus. So we are already on week 7. So dapat patapos itong topic na ito. Pero since nga po na kami ay nag-attend ng Global Business Forum, so medyo na-delay po kami ng 1 week. So para matapos po, hindi kami ma-delay. So ito nga po yung ginawa kong mitigate. Excuse me. So ang topic po namin is we are already on week 7A. Interpret findings in relation to objectives and literature. So our objective for this afternoon, we will differentiate between the description, ano yung pagkakaiba ng description and interpretation of research findings. We will going to describe the research result. Wait lang po ha. Medyo lobat po ako. Wait po ha. Lang po ha. Mga 5 seconds. Yan, maliwanag na ulit. I-charge na siya. Matuloy po tayo. We will going to describe the research results objectively without drawing conclusions prematurely. Okay? So we will interpret findings appropriately based on patterns, relationship, trends, and observed in the data. Then we will going to explain the importance of aligning findings with the statement of the problem or SOP and research question, which is RQ. And we will go into match each finding to its corresponding SOP and RQ. And we will demonstrate logically consistency, logical consistency between research questions and reported results. Okay? So topics we're going to include interpretation versus description. So alamin natin yan. We'll be linking findings to SOP and RQs. Okay? So differentiate na natin, description of research findings. Description focus on what the data shows. What the data shows. Let's say, what are the collected data, ano yung nakikita natin data, presented objectively without explanation. Nakikita na natin. So do we need to explain it that? Judgment or implication. It involves stating facts, numerical results, observed patterns exactly as they appear in the data. Yung mismo sinagutan ng respondents natin. Example, for quantitative. So table 4.2 shows that 45% of the respondents rated service quality as high, 35% as a moderate, and 20% on the on the questionnaire. So most participants, okay. So this will be an example for qualitative. Participants mentions long waiting time and unclear procedures as common concern, no? Long waiting time. So definitely it's connected to what? Unclear procedures. That could be that could result long waiting time. So that could be an example for qualitative naman. Okay? So this report results and avoid explaining reasons, no? or consequences or consequences. So interpretations of research findings. So what is that all about? Interpretation explains what the results mean in relation to research objectives, research question, or hypothesis. It involves identifying patterns, relationship, or trends, and discussing their significance, but still remains grounded in the data. Okay, so that could be the interpretation. So it doesn't mean that if we do have already the interpretation, that is already the final. So wala pa tayo dun sa recommendation. So it's not yet the final. So that could be the difference. Example for quantitative, for interpretation of research finding. So the interpretation is the higher proportion of respondents, wait lang, the higher proportion of respondents rating service quality high suggests that customers generally perceive the service positively. Okay? That is the interpretation. So higher proportion of the respondents. Mas marami yung rating nila as to service quality as high suggests that customers generally perceive service positively. So that is our interpretation. Saan? Doon kanina sa binigay natin ng unang example. Okay? So another example for qualitative. The recurring mention as long as waiting time indicates that service efficiency is key issue. So parang kung tayo dito, parang nagde-generalize tayo dito. So that could be what? That could be on what is the data that we have. What is the data that we have on that particular time after collecting the data from our respondents. So key difference summary. No? Key difference summary. If the aspect is focused, the description is what? What the data show. Yun yung pinaka-description. Yung interpretation natin, what the data mean. Ano yung pinakita natin at ano yung ibig sabihin. Okay? So for the aspect of nature, no? So for the description, objective and factual. Okay? So what could be the interpretation of that? Analytical and explanatory. Okay? So for aspect of timing, chapter 4, that could be on the early part, no? Then for interpretation, that could be on the latter part, or early part of chapter 5. Okay? Includes opinion, that is no, no to the description is no, and the interpretation is no speculation, but it could be on a data base. So why this different matters? Bakit? Maintaining a clear distinction prevents premature conclusion, disturbs objectivity, and ensures that conclusions and recommendations are firmly based on evidence. No? So, describing research results effectively without drawing conclusions prematurely means reporting findings exactly as they appear in the data. So that could be the description, no? As they appear in the data, using neutral and factual language while avoiding explanations, judgments, and recommendations. The goal is to let the data speak for itself before moving and to interpretations or conclusions in the latter section. Okay? How to describe results effectively? Paano ba natin yung result na makukolekta natin? No? Focus on numbers, no? Frequencies, percentage, and observe pattern. Okay? That could be one item. No? Second item is use neutral verbs such as shows, indicates, reveals, presents, something like that. Yung apat na yan, so pwede natin gamitin. No? So at least uh, we are trying to describe the results objectively. Avoid words that imply judgment. Tayo mag-judge ka agad. Avoid words that imply cause or avoid words that imply action. Example, because, therefore, should, effective, or poor. Okay, these are what? These are implications, no? Or judgment. Example, no? For qualitative example, objective description. No? Table 4.3 shows that the mean employee satisfaction score is 3.8 with the standard deviation of 0.9. So this statement only reports statistical results. We are not recommending here. We are only showing statistical results. No, it does not explain why satisfaction is high or what should be done. Anong gagawin natin? Bakit mataas? No? Hindi siya nagsasabi ng ganun. So it only shows what? The statement only reports statistical results. Do you understand? Or this is incorrect, yung premature conclusion. The high satisfaction score proves that management practices are very effective. Wala nagsasabi na gano'n. Nakita lang natin is statistical result. So we cannot use this as a what? Conclusion. Hindi natin pwede sabihin, this could be what? Another research findings, something like that. Hindi natin pwede sabihin yun. We are only showing statistical results. Okay? For qualitative example, no? For qualitative example, objective description naman. So, example natin, several participants mentioned long waiting time and lack of what? Staff. May relasyon ba yun? Kung isipin natin, meron. Pero wala tayong ebidensya. Okay? So, it could be what? It could be bias kapag nagkaroon tayo ng premature findings on this particular area. This could be what? For the focus group discussion or interview method. So, qualitative ang approach naman ito. So, this describes recurring responses. It does not assume causes or consequences. Okay? So, premature conclusion. So, ito yung mali. No? Ito yung mali. So, long waiting time, of course, because the company fails to manage resources properly. So, wala tayong ebidensya. So, hindi natin pwedeng gamitin ang statement na yan. Wala tayong ebidensya. So, dapat, it should be evident. Do you understand? Okay? Why objectivity matters? How to maintain objectivity. So, item number 1, preserves the credibility of the prevents bias and speculation, and ensures conclusions are based on systematic analysis, not on assumption. Okay? So, research writing description comes first. No? Interpretations and conclusions follows only after the results are fully accurately presented. So, dapat na-present natin lahat before we come up into what? Into interpretations and conclusions after the description. Okay? So, interpreting findings appropriately based on patterns, relationship, or trends observed in the data. Okay? So, means explaining that the results indicate while remaining firmly grounded on the evidence. So, this process goes beyond reporting numbers or statements by identifying consistent behaviors, significant associations or changes over time that emerge from the data and linking them into research questions and hypotheses. Okay? So if you have any question, you can just type it down to the description box, no? Para at least ma-address natin yung mga tanong. And on my next video, sasagutin. Okay? So if you have, no? So how to interpret findings appropriately? So, item number 1, base explanation strictly on observable data patterns. No? Refer to relationships in example of correlation, differences, themes supported by results. Okay, use cautions or evidence-based language such as yes, indicates, or implies. No? Avoid overgeneralization or claims not supported by data. So that is how we are going to interpret findings appropriately. Okay, for example, for quantitative example, pattern of relationship. Okay, quantitative example, pattern and relationship. Descriptive results. So table 4.4 shows a positive correlation. Positive correlation of 0.62 between employee motivations and productivity. Positive correlation. So that is a positive correlation. The positive correlation suggests that higher employee motivation is associated with higher productivity. That is the meaning of that. No? That is how we interpret, no, this particular descriptive result. Okay, so this should be what? Under that particular data. I think that would be on the based on our last topics, no? Saan natin ilalagay yung mga interpretations natin on the table. Okay? So, balikan nyo na lang yung ibang lesson. Okay, for quantitative example for trend, okay, trend, okay, descriptive results. So, ano ba yung descriptive results, no? The sales increased steadily from Q1 to Q4. So first quarter or fourth quarter, something like that. So the upward trend indicates consistent growth in sales over the period. No? Kasi increase eh. So from first quarter up to the fourth quarter. Okay? So meron tayong data hawak-hawak niyan. So based on our collective data. For qualitative example naman, ito yung descriptive results. The participants frequently mention lack of training and unclear job roles. These are the based from what? Interview, let's say for example, or focus group. So our interpretation is these recurring themes indicate that the role clarity and training are key concerns affecting what? Employee performance. That could be the right interpretation for team-based interpretation. Okay? Then, why appropriate interpretation is very important? Because it ensures findings are meaningful and relevant. Now, meaningful and relevant to the study strengthens the validity of conclusions, prevents misinterpretation, and unsupported claims. Okay? So in research writing, appropriate interpretation transforms result into insightful explanation that logically support conclusions and recommendation. Okay? So aligning research findings with SOP or statement of the problem and RQ or research question is important because it ensures that study remains focused, coherent, logically, and consistent from the problem identification to data analysis. No? So that could be the proper alignment of research findings. So when findings are directly linked to the SOP and RQ, okay, readers can clearly see how each research question has been answered using empirical evidence rather than assumptions or unrelated data. Okay? So that could be the importance of alignment. No? Any question? So you can you can type on the description box para ma-address natin yung question if you have question. Okay? Let us continue. This alignment also strengthens the credibility and the validity of the research by demonstrating that collection and analysis were purpose-driven. It prevents the inclusions of irrelevant results and provides a clear foundation for drawing of making recommendations. Ultimately, proper alignment ensures that the research fulfills its objectives and contributes meaningful and well-supported insight to the field. Okay? So, how to match? Mamatch naman natin. Matching its research finding to its corresponding statement of the problem. Research question means ensuring that every result presented directly answers specific question posed on chapter 1. Okay? This practice keeps the study organized, focused, and logically consistent from beginning to the end. So how to match? How matching is being done? No? So each SOP or RQ is used as heading or subheading in chapter. So yun yung nakabungad lagi sa chapter 4. So yun kagad ang bubungad. So findings like tables, figures, narratives, or themes are presented under the exact SOP and kung ano yung pagkakasunod-sunod sa SOP, yun din yung pagkakasunod-sunod natin sa nung research question natin. So no findings is presented unless it is clearly answered a specific SOP or research question. Okay? Example for quantitative study. Statement of the problem number one. So what is the level of customer satisfaction in terms of service quality? That is the question that is being brought out on your SOP number one. Statement of the problem number one. So how do we answer this? No, the mean satisfaction of score 3.9. So this finding what? This finding directly answer SOP number one. Okay? So direct to the point. So direct to the point. Yung pagsagot natin. So sinagot natin direct yung alin? Yung SOP. Okay? It's because we have the data. So yun yung sinasagot nung data natin. Yung ating question statement SOP number one. Okay? For a statement of the problem or SOP number two, is there a significant relationship between service quality and customer loyalty? So, ang matching finding natin dito is, let's say for example, table 4.2, Pearson correlation between service quality and customer loyalty. Okay? So, a significant positive relationship was found, so 0.65 and greater than 0.05, less than 0.05. Okay? So, this shows that there is a significant trend. So, it's because it is positive, positive correlation, which is 0.65. It is not negative point. Okay? So this finding is directly answers SOP number. For example, two, qualitative study, research question one. Research question number one. So what challenges do employee experience in remote work? So matching finding for team one, communication barrier. For team two, work-life balance issues or work-life boundary issues. So each team answers what? Alin, yung team 1 and team 2 answers the research question. Ano yung research question natin? What challenges do employee experience in remote work? So, ano yung mga challenges na yan? Communication barriers, work-life boundary issues. Those are what? Those are for these challenges that employee experience in remote work. So, kaya nga sinabi, each team answered research question. For research question number two, okay, so how do employees cope with the remote work challenge? Ano ginagawa nila? For team 3, they use of what? Digital tools. Yun yung based na sa data natin. Ha? For team 4, what? Time management strategy. Yung na-apply nila. So, teams are clearly match what? Clearly match research question number 2. Okay, these are what? These are tools and strategies para masagot yung what? Challenges they experience on remote work. Okay? So why this is very important? So prevents irrelevant or misplaced results. No? So it makes the research easy to follow and evaluate, and ensures conclusion in chapter 5 are fully supported by chapter 4 findings. So dapat din natin tignan, no? So yung mga yung findings natin sa chapter 5, it is being supported by what? Chapter. Okay? You or argue one set of clearly labeled findings demonstrating logical consistency between research questions and reported results means showing a clear and direct connection between the study set out to answer and what? And what is actually, what is actually presented in finding. Its results must be relevant and appropriate and sufficient to address specific research question using the correct type of data. And how logical consistency demonstrated, no? Paano daw, no? Research questions determine what the data are being collected. Data type determines which analysis is used. Results are presented only if they answer a research question. Okay? Headings in chapter 4 follows the order of the research question. Okay? Example number 1 for quantitative research consistent. Is there a significant relationship between motivation and productivity? Meron ba? Reported results, table 4.3, Pearson correlated between employee motivation and productivity. A significant positive relationship was found. Ano yung positive relationship niya? At is 0.58. No? Pearson is less than 0.05. No? Positive relationship. So the analysis correlation matches the relationship, matches the research questions relationship. Okay? There is a positive. Positive. 0.58 nga yung nakuha natin. Kaya nga, positive, no? So, kung babasahin natin sa bell curve yun, so, less than 0.05. So, pasok pa rin siya dun sa degrees of freedom or tinatawag nating acceptance region. Okay? Example number 2 for quantitative research, inconsistent. Na? Research question, is there a difference in sales performance across markets? So let's say reported results, frequency table of customer age. So the result does not address research question kasi age yung nandun eh. So hindi niya yun. Okay? So that could be what? Big no-no. Okay? Example number 3. Qualitative research consists. Question. Research questions, how do customer perceive online service? Quality. For team 1, speed response. For team 2, clarity of communication. So teams directly answer how customer perceive service quality. So the question is, how do customers perceive online service quality? So swak na swak. For example, number 4, consistent for mixed method. Ano yung research question natin? What factors influence customer loyalty? So reported results for quantitative regression analysis of key predictors. No? Another is team explaining customer experiences. So both results complement and address the research question. So pareho naman sinasagot yung research question natin. Okay? So why logical consistency man? Bakit kailangan? So ensures research credibility and allows readers and examiners are easily trace answer to question. Prevents confusion, redundancy, and irrelevant findings. Strengthens what? Conclusions and recommendations. So what are the key rules to remember? If the result cannot answer the research question, it does not belong to chapter 4. So please try to remember that. Kung hindi sinasagot yung research question natin, yung alin, yung result or yung data na nakolekta natin, so it does not belong to chapter number 4. So on our course learning outcomes, analyze data using statistical tools. Analyzing data involves applying appropriate numerical methods, organize, summarize, and examine quantitative data in order to answer research questions. Test hypothesis. effectively. The goal is to transform raw data into meaningful results that reveal patterns relationship with difference relevance to the study. So common statistical tools, how they are used. Let's say for descriptive statistics, used to summarize and describe the data. Para doon lang. Tools like what? Frequency, percentage, mean, and standard deviation. So ito lang, para doon lang tayo, pang-descriptive lang. So let's say a study on employee satisfaction reports a mean score of 3.9 with a standard deviation of 0.8, indicating generally high satisfaction with moderate variation among employees. So yung moderate variation, yung konting-konting galaw lang. Yung tinuro ko sa bell curve na nakaraan, kung naalala. So balikan nyo na lang yung video na yun para mas lalo nyong maintindihan. Okay? So yung gitna nun is mean. Yung paggalaw nun, paggalaw sa bell curve, hanggat di siya lumalabas dun sa boundaries sa sinet natin. So accepted pa rin. So sample natin na to, study on employee satisfaction reports, mean score of 3.9. So 3.9 yung pinaka-mean. So from that 3.9, there is only slight difference of 0.8 na. Parang isang guhit lang yun. So pasok na pasok pa rin. Okay? Correlation analysis naman used to determine relationship up to variables. No? Tool could be what? Pearson correlation. Sample. A correlation of 0.62 between training quality and job performance suggests strong positive relationship. So that 0.62 is very strong. Strong positive relationship. Okay? For test difference, kung saan to gagamitin, used to compare two or more groups. Tools like t-test and ANOVA. Example, no? ANOVA result shows how a significant difference in sales performance across different marketing strategies. No? So, significant difference in sales performance para sa dalawa. Two or more groups. Okay? For regression analysis, used to identify predictors of an outcome variable. So how is that? Tools like linear regression could be very useful. Example, regression analysis indicates that customer service quality significantly predicts customer loyalty. Okay, so regression of 0.48 na. So there is only a slight difference. No? It indicates slight difference between what? Between customer loyalty and what? Regarding customer service. So why statistical analysis is very important? Bakit? Provides objective evidence to support or reject the hypothesis. Rejection, okay, alam na ninyo yan, so pwede nyo balikan yung other video ko na ginawa para ma-compare ninyo yung bakit i-accept at bakit i-reject. Reduces bias and subjectivity, allows accurate decision making based on data, ensures findings are valid and reliable. Okay? So key role, statistical tool must always match the research questions and type of data. Always match research questions and the type of data that we wanted to collect. Okay? So that would be for this particular topic. So I hope this video explains how do we describe, how do we interpret, and what kind of statistical tool that we need to make use on our business research. Again, this is Professor Rodolfo Aquino of Quezon City, Quezon City campus, saying until to the next video that I will going to upload on this particular channel. Do not forget to subscribe, like, and share this video para you are updated if there uh, uh, new video that's being uploaded on this particular channel. So thank you so much for watching and listening. So bye-bye. Stop share na natin pa. Stop record.